Hello and welcome back to this new episode of In Corto d'Arte. My name is Rita and today we're going to talk about something that we use every day: words. Words are extremely powerful. They allowed us to conceptualize things and to give form to our thoughts in order to share them with others. We use words at every moment of our lives, helping us to communicate and relate to others. Words have the power to unleash our imagination by sending to our brain images and feelings that make us understand one another. Words can also be used in the wrong way, making our thoughts to be misunderstood or creating conflicts and hurt. We don't know when language or words were first used because it's very difficult to determine. Modern language, however, has very ancient roots, and words have evolved and adapted just like human beings have. However, scholars cannot agree on what can be considered written language. For example, we consider glyphs as a written language, but not everybody agrees on this. Authors with their words allowed us to experience new stories and worlds, allowing us to escape from our own while reading. Poets share beautiful images, and musicians use words to share feelings and harmonies. Words have also been used in visual arts in different ways: to protest, call for action, make us think, talk about cultures, sharing stories, or playing with their meanings. The first artist to have used words in his artwork is perhaps Magritte, who, by writing Cécine Payun Pip in his The Treasury of Images, investigates the meaning of images and what they represent. Later on, artists such as the Cubists started using words in their collages, and words gained an increasingly central role in the visual arts. Let's have a look to a small selection of artists who work with words in different ways. But before that, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and click on the bell button, and also to give us a thumbs up if you're liking the video. Jenny Holzer is known to be part of the neo-conceptual artistic movement. After a period as a painter, Holzer started to work with words by sharing her ideas in different public spaces in the form of slogans. Her first work is The Serious Tourism, a collection of statements published as posters, billboards and t-shirts in Manhattan, but also as LED writing in galleries and museums. For the series, Holzer simplified concepts from her studies in philosophy, but also addresses themes like gender, death and war. She found it successful to keep statements short to reach the majority of people. As she said, "You only have a few seconds to catch people, so you can't do long, reasoned arguments, but I hope they are not simplistic or idiotic." Another important series is The Living, printed on aluminium and bronze plaques, in which the artist writes about the main needs of human lives, such as eating, sleeping, breathing, and human relationships. Chinese artist Xu Bin's artwork are based on the cultural issues related to the cultural and linguistic reform under the Mao Zedong leadership. More in detail, Bing is interested in how the changeability of language and words can influence our perceptions of the world. From his early years, Bing was encouraged by his father not only to copy the characters, but to look and understand their meaning and essence. Therefore, the artist reflects on the immortality of language while investigating how words can change. We can see this research in his work called Book from the Sky, in which he filled a room with scrolls full of Chinese writing, except that the characters that Bing used are not really part of this language. By doing this, the artist created confusion and discomfort in the viewers who try to read the text. A similar concept is applied to Bing's square word calligraphy. In 1994, in fact, the artist invented an art alphabet that was understandable to English speakers. as it was made of English letters bent to the shape of Chinese characters. He called the new alphabet New English Calligraphy and gave lessons on how to write the characters. Tom Phillips is an English artist who uses pages from old books to recreate a brand new narrative, completely different from the original stories with found words. His most famous artwork is perhaps A Humament, in which he rewrote a Victorian book titled A Human Document by W.H. Mallock. By cancelling words and creating illustrations on the pages of the book, Phillips altered the original story and introduced a new main character called Bill Toji. The new story is a meditation on unrequited love and a struggle to recreate and appreciate art. The artwork was created over several decades and follows a non-literal narrative. Many editions of the new story have been produced over time, and in the modern version, Phillips included reference to modern history, which appeared quite anachronistic in certain passages of the story. The same technique was used by the artist in his translation of Dante's Inferno. As we have seen, there are many ways in which visual artists have used words in their artworks. It is now time to find your own way to work with words and make an artwork with them. You will need some old magazines, the pages of a old book, some black markers and pens, a scissor, a pencil and a glue stick, and some colored markers. Choose a page from the old book, and by using a pencil, try and decide which kind of sentences and words would you like to highlight in your final work. Then you can highlight them even more by using the pens and the markers. Once I've done this, I decided to add some more details to emphasize the sentences that I've chosen. I'm drawing here some flowers and leaves. Then I took a piece of the old magazine and I found some words that I found useful and adaptable to what I wanted to draw. And then I started to cancel everything that I didn't need for my final work. Finally, I've added some details where needed. And this is my final page. A restorative break. Let's have a look at what Claudio has made. He took the page of an old cookbook and recreated a complete new scene with it. Thank you for joining us in this journey through words. Don't forget how powerful they can be. See you in the next episode. Bye!